This episode of New Jersey Living is being recorded in Roselle Park, New Jersey. This is another one of those towns where you probably will not hear much about unless you live locally here in New Jersey. This obviously, as I pan a little bit, so you see the train station. Train just left here just about maybe 5 minutes ago. It's about 10:30-ish in the morning. So this is a location that is a very, very attractive option for a lot of local buyers to purchase in for a variety of reasons, which we're going to see very shortly. We have 5 properties that we're going to take a look at, and we're going to address the dynamics off of these train stations right here, so you know we're going to visit that very shortly. But for a comfortable, relatively modest budget with quality schools and not a great distance from the city, this is really, really a good location to buy for shoppers, albeit it's a small town, so there's but so much inventory. But we're going to see, like I said before, a few properties here today. First one's going to be right there around the corner from where we stand right now. So I'll see you there with our phase 2 part of the intro. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Prestige Properties. And my job is to bring content like this to viewers like you. So if you're looking to learn everything about New Jersey, real estate, places to dine, iconic scenes, places to socialize and entertain, this is the channel for you. So for those Jersey hunters who have been with me, thank you for returning. Welcome back. For those that are new, please do click like, subscribe, and the notification bell to stay tuned on our updated episodes. We produce 2 episodes each week just to provide this type of content on various locations throughout mostly northern New Jersey, the suburbs of New York City. So today, as I mentioned, we are in Roselle Park. As we always do, we're going to take a look at what has sold roughly in the past 30 days. I extended that time frame a little further back for Roselle Park because, like I mentioned in the opening scene, it's a relatively small community. I'm going to flash up a map of Roselle Park really quickly. So you'll see it's relatively small, neighboring to a couple places that we've already shot video on. So not too far from where we are is Union. Cranford's not too far. Westfield's not too far either. So those are some locations that we're somewhat familiar with, not far from where I am right now. So the inventory, not huge, so I pushed back to maybe about 45 days rather than 30. So I have a solid 5 properties to view today that we're going to all take a look at. But just to pan around, I'm at our first stop, which I'll get into that property in just a second. But wanted to pan to give you a bit of a feel for Roselle Park. You're going to see other parts of the community as well, but beautiful tree-lined streets. Has a mix of some portions where there's a lot of pre-war, kind of 1930s and 40s construction homes, and then you'll have some that are more, 50s and 60s. So a bit of a blend. What we're going to take a look at first is Cape that we're going to see. A lot of Capes in New Jersey were generally around 1950. You may find some that are late 40s, but 1950 and 60, a lot of the Capes. So wonderful place to be. Reason being, I always feature, for those that are new, the 3 factors that create demand here in the New Jersey market. That is proximity to the city, train station within town, and the quality of schools. Let's jump into proximity. Proximity, we're neighboring right up against Union. We're in Union County, towards the northern end of Union County. If I was to drive into Midtown Manhattan, we're talking about 45 minutes. All right, so check mark for proximity. We're right there, solidly a New York City suburb. Train station, we already started at, so we know that's a check mark. That train, there is a change in Newark to ride into Penn Station or onto one of the PATH trains that takes you through Jersey City into World Trade or Midtown. So there's a change of train, but nonetheless, the train station is here. And then schools. Schools are rated an A-. I will flash up niche.com. I stay out of the subjectivity of opinions. I rely on Niche, which is a pretty solid source of getting information about communities. It is A- here. Very solid school district. So high demand, but Roselle Park is not like a Westfield or a Cranford or a Scotch Plains and a Fanwood, where those are highly rated school districts as well in the general area in the same county. However, this is a smaller location, a much smaller location, and doesn't have the same size and the parks that you'll find, the downtown scenes that you'll find in some of these other communities that I just named. So your price points are a lot more friendly here. And now we're going to take notice of that today as we get into these properties. So let's jump into the first one now. Our first stop, our first feature is going to be 128 East Roselle Ave right here behind me. This is a classic Cape. Pan up a little bit to get the full profile, where it's 4-bedroom, 2 full baths, 2 bedrooms on the first level with a full bath, 2 bedrooms on the upper level with a full bath. This was totally renovated in 2021. This was listed at $429, sold at $465, only 16 days on market. All right, so we're talking in the midst of all of the interest rate hikes. Something like this is going to move very quickly because it is well under $500,000 for a newly renovated 4-bedroom, 2-bath home in a location that both has a train station, which is just minutes from where we are in terms of a drive. Someone could walk, but that walk probably be more like a 10 to 15 minute walk. But this is a very, very comfortable location. I guess if there is a downside, the train line runs directly behind the house. However, we're not talking about a freight train line. This is a New Jersey transit line where you don't hear the trains really at all. What you will hear on occasion if they blow the horn at the station. All right, but in terms of just hearing something on the railroad tracks, not really much at all. So this is really a bargain buy for a 3 check mark location in terms of demand. So we're going to see a similar thing when we take a look at some of the other properties in town. So we're going to move on to the next property. I'll see you there. Here we are at stop number 2. We're in front of 219 East Lincoln Ave, still in very much close proximity to the train station. We're just on the other side of the tracks. Just pan around, give you a little feel for the neighborhood. We have a Chilean bakery across the street, so for whatever that's worth, it could be a benefit. If having been in this place, I really don't know in terms of quality, but if it is quality, it's quite a treat. At least the photos look pretty good on what they have in terms of the Chilean cuisine. Corner lot right here for 219 East Lincoln. That does make a difference because I live on a corner lot myself when it comes to taxes. So taxes in this case is $13,700 roughly. You'll see that flash up. So this particular property is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Again, make sure you can see a good profile of it. You can see that the driveway is here on the side, fence, privacy fence for the backyard. Really nice curb appeal in the front here. This had new, I won't say everything, but it had a new kitchen, bathroom, crown molding on the inside, granite countertops. This was something that was done recently and drew attention immediately. Was on the market for only 16 days. So I'm gonna flash the price points up here. I want to say it was listed at $550 and maybe it went at $590, but you'll see the accurate prices up here either way. Again, this is not lasting long in a market where interest rates are elevated, but it is a great location because from where we are right now, it's probably about a 10 to 12 minute walk down to the train station, very conveniently located. And when it comes to schools as well, like I mentioned at the beginning, it's a relatively small town. So many instances, you're going to be in walking distance of one of the schools. All right. So a great option right here in terms of the size of the property, location of the property, and that you're not having to put any hands to anything to do any renovations once you're in. All right. So this is another case to show that you'll get a very good option for a fair price right here in Roselle Park. We're going on a few blocks from here for our next stop. I'll see you there. Now, literally 1 block down around the corner from where we just were on Lincoln, we're at 622 Sherman Ave. This is a property that went through a price change situation. was initially originally priced at $499, dropped down to $425, eventually sold at $445, and was on the market, looks like roughly just short of about 6 months altogether. So it's hard to say what was happening here. It shows that there were renovations done in 2020, 4-bedroom, 1 full bath and 2 half baths, but not really sure of what the level of renovation was in this case. Clearly you can see behind me a driveway with a detached garage, but the time frame normally reflects that because of either layout or maybe the quality renovation could have made a difference in terms of sale, unless there was an accepted offer at one point, had to go back to market because the deal fell through. That does happen quite frequently as well. So I don't want to put any kind of disparagement on the property in terms of the length of time it took to sell, because I'm not 100% sure of what the issues may have been. But just to pan around, again, you can see where we are right now. You'll have properties that certainly would have been, this one included, probably in right around that 1940s, 50s time frame. And looking at the colonials, a few capes, and these kind of like your A-frame colonial right here. All right, so this is kind of reinforcing what we've been seeing so far with a lot of property, both list and sale, in the 400. We're going to see something escalate towards the end, and you'll see why. But this is comfortably a $500,000 market to get a very quality property. All right, I'll see you at the next stop. Now we're still in the same neighborhood, generally speaking. Now in front of right here, 329 Pershing Ave. Just give a pan around, you'll see that many of the properties do match a similar kind of profile layout. So these were very much made in a very similar model. This particular section, we're in Roselle Park, is the Bender section. As I pan up, you'll see there is a third level. So these properties, again, they match the same kind of floor plan layout. It's a walk-up attic. So you actually walk up steps to get to the attic. Sometimes it's a doorway in the hallway that leads up. Some properties in this general era, you walk through a bedroom, and then that bedroom has like a second closet door sometimes, or this may be like a closet door that leads to a walk upstairs that leads up to an attic. This one, unfinished, but those third levels can easily become another bedroom, an office, an entertainment space, den, if you will, what have you. But yes, this particular case, it was unfinished. But yeah, the property featured still, I want to say 4 bedrooms, 1 full bath, and 2 halves. Let me just get a quick verification. I want to make sure I'm giving the right info. So I'll be back in just a blink. All right, yes, I'm glad I took the blink because it is 3 bedroom and a bath, 1 full bath in this case. And was originally listed for $449, sold at $447, roughly about a month and a half on the market. But I'm gonna give a quick pan again that you see. It looks like maybe across the street there's possibly a new construction coming up. It seems like they're clearing out that lot. But you're still in comfortably that 400 kind of price range to get a property that is sizable, not something that is very small and, you know, very cramped by any means. Driveway, detached garage here as well. All right, so these have all been the 400 and 500s. Stick around for the last stop. That is going to be our featured $600,000 property. So I'll see you there. Here we are in our final stop, 320 Locust Ave, and I'm gonna kind of walk down the sidewalk a bit so you can see the entire profile of the property from both sides. This is an oversized lot, which made it one of the features. This is totally newly renovated in 2022. 4 bedroom, 3.5 baths, dual zone for the HVAC, and lot is, as you probably can see, is a pretty extensive size. This was listed at $599, sold at $625, and was on the market for 9 days. So location, Locust, I wouldn't call it necessarily a main thoroughfare because this is a small town. All the roads pretty much are 25 miles an hour, but it is a frequent cut through from one side of town to the other. Westfield Ave, which is part of Route 28. Route 28 runs kind of east-west from Elizabeth all the way running down to like Somerville, changes names depending on the town. That is a few blocks down from here, so much of this traffic is going that direction because that main road can take you to those different towns that are local. We see across the street, the middle school is right here. The high school is only a few blocks away, so someone having kind of preteen, teenage children, it's a very convenient location. And from a parking standpoint, I'll walk back so we can get back to the parking lot. As we could see, there is a very long driveway, and there is a 2-car detached garage. So there is plenty of parking if you do have guests and visitors that, because parking on the street is not going to be an option. I'm parked on a block down the street just a little ways, not very far. So this gives you that, what does 600, what does 600 look like in Roselle Park? And again, this is in the higher interest rate environment, although we're seeing rates starting to fluctuate up and down right around that low 6 to high 5 kind of range, depending on what the credit score, debt to income looks like. Sometimes for some buyers, it may even be closer to 5.5. So this again gives you a taste of what Roselle Park can provide. I think it is very much an underrated option and something to consider if you're looking to move into the New Jersey area, or perhaps you live in Roselle Park and you're looking for an option to list your property. Please do reach out for any information if I can assist, or just if you want to share a few details, do drop a comment in on the comment section. Just keep it positive, of course, but we want to always be able to invite more conversations into this forum because we're all learning, exploring, and we're going to continue to do so in the weeks and months to come. So I will see you at the next episode. Stay safe.